Monday. So yeah, have been at the gym, have done some like administrative work, prepping content, all of that. Handling the crazy bidding from yesterday's party showing. And yeah, not just that, grabbing like a quick lunch. Now super full and heading to the train to get to work and having a key handover in maybe 25 minutes. So yeah, hectic start of the week, but I like it. The other days it's not going to be as hectic, so you gotta see it from a positive aspect. But yeah, let's make it a great week. So the open showing is soon going to start. Yesterday, as you know, it was a full party at the open house, which was of course very very fun. The bidding has really taken off. In hindsight, I'm not kind of like surprised, but I did not even in the best case would have hoped for this many people. But it's truly like one of a kind in the aspect of everything has been renovated to perfection, which is very very fun. And it's also fun to see like how great the market react to an apartment that is, in my eyes, like truly perfection. So yeah, I'm just going to wrap things up and make sure everything looks perfect, and then I'm going to open up. So let's see. So I just gotten home and time is, as you can see, it is quite late. Especially I just like maybe 2 minutes ago just got in at home and get through the door. Or what I wanted to say is that I just got through the door. And yeah, I mean, this is the reality of being a real estate agent. So many people think that the job is just smiling and chatting with people on open showings, but it's really so far from the truth. You do really work like a lot, especially if you want to be somewhat successful. You have to put in so many hours before you see any success. And I'm so thankful that I have done my like worst years of working like crazy much. And usually that kind of part and season of being a real estate agent are within your first 1 to 2 years. After that, things should go a little bit smoother, and you should get more rewards for the time you put in. But I just wanted to like emphasize, because there's so many people out there that don't really know like how are the reality of being a real estate agent. And as you can see, I just gotten through the door. Like I had an open showing, and got back to the office and all of that. I just had a quick dinner at the office before I just got home, or went home. And yeah, and basically like being a real estate agent is so much of a lifestyle. There's so many people out there that they quit because they have the wrong expectations. And one key like reason for me even picking up this camera is trying to really give a like honest and authentic like point of view when it comes to what do a real estate agent really do. And foremost, like how does the life of a real estate agent look. That is one of the reasons for me picking up this camera and giving like an honest reality of how the life is. Because there's so many people out there that they, as people tend to do, you only like show the best parts, like okay, now I signed this amount of contracts, and I bought a new suit and all of the like glamorous things. And they don't show that you work like 50 to 60 hours per week. They don't show you like, okay, this month I didn't sell any single apartment, which means that I'm getting like zero paycheck the next month, which is super painful. I've been there. It had happened to me 2 times. Luckily, it hasn't happened since the last 2 years. Usually, it happens when you are new, and it is okay, but nobody talks about that, and you have bills to be paid and all of that. It's a whole another level of stress. But yeah, that's the reality. Now I am just going to try to wind down. I'm basically, my apartment is a mess. I had a super hectic morning. So I just had to get rid of stuff and clean up stuff, and make sure that the apartment looks livable, and are not just cluttered with things and stuff. And yeah, I'm just going to try to wind down and get a super nice 8 hours of sleep. So that is such a foundation for me. Yeah, that's all me for me. For me, that's all from me for now. So yeah, peace. So what a crazy day. As you probably know from when I talked yesterday, we have had like one of the craziest showings with 100 plus people attending the open showing. The bidding has going super wild. It's up like 1.2 million Swedish crowns since Sunday. And as we all know, like many bidders, the like speed is very intense with the bidders, and people get drawn into the bidding, and emotions are involved. And now we are in the stage where we just want to seal the deal. And as you get an understanding that I do everything I can for my clients, the persons that has the highest bid for now, they told me like last minute that they want to see the apartment before they sign, which is somewhat always kind of like a risk. And therefore I just have to take that on a volley. And yeah, basically called the seller, told like, okay, we have to make them a private showing, and we have to do it in like within 2 hours. And I didn't have a key because the sellers got it after the last showing. We didn't think we were going to have any other showings, and therefore I had to take an Uber to like 20 minutes from the office to pick up the key where the seller works, to then uh, drive back, and it's like the opposite side of the city. So then drive back to where I stand now at the showing to open up for the highest bidder to see it again. Everything went very well, like they like it, and we're probably going to sign with them tonight if everything goes well. But like hectic. And yeah, sometimes you just have to be flexible and just let loose, do everything you can, set yourself in an Uber to seal the deal. And yeah, I'm just going to leave the apartment now, head back to office, and try to seal the deal. Wish me luck. All right, so now we have booked in the contract, so it's just within like 45 minutes, and such a hectic day. Not just things I mentioned before, but like planning like 4 other apartments, like having a time plan for those, like booking in meeting with the styling firm, a staging firm, booking photos, like planning private showings tomorrow, like 2 of those, like calling 2 clients to book in client meetings with them because they want to sell and they have gotten me recommended and stuff like that. So such a hectic day. I haven't barely been able to just stop and reflect and think. But super super fun to be flying with this kind of speed and operating with this kind of speed. But yeah, it's just like one of those days where you're like just go with the flow to 100%. And it's going to be so nice when this apartment is sealed and done, because the price is super 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 good. and it's going to make the seller super happy, and the buyers, truly love the apartment also. So it's one of those, sales where you now have two parties, the buyers and sellers, that are super happy. So I'm going to prepare all the documents now for the contract, and make sure we manage to do everything in time. I've done it, 100 plus times preparing contracts, so it will go quite fast. But yeah, just wanted to give you a quick update in the life of being me. All right, super hectic morning. Yeah, had to make loads of food prepping because I'm totally out of that, and nutrition is super important to be healthy and all of that. After that, I had to quick stop at Suit Supply to pick up a new nice shirt because I haven't been 100% comfortable when I have my tie on because the collar is too tight. And then fast taking an Uber to the office from Suit Supply to pick up a key, and then head to a private showing because I had it 15 minutes over 12, and now I'm going to head back to the office, get some lunch, and then just kickstart the day. Let's go. All right, so now I am heading to a private showing. I'm just gonna leave in like 60 seconds. But yeah, it has been truly a great day. The private showing did go well. We got a bid. It's nice. The seller wants a little bit more, so we are in a negotiation. And yeah, I feel really good. I must admit, I've been quite low on energy like the last couple of weeks, I must say. But now I feel really good, like pumped at life, super excited for things, and closing deals, and I I truly believe that this year is going to be amazing. Went by Suit Supply this morning, got a new shirt, some motivation, materialistic motivation. But yeah, I'm super excited. Going to head to the showing now, and we have our fingers crossed. I have good enough hopes for this kind of customer who is coming to see the apartment. But yeah, time for me to walk to the apartment. So yeah, Thursday is done. I would say, very nice day. It has been one of the slow ones, I must admit. Like, we have the huge gala and conference tomorrow, which is something. When I have things like that, I try to schedule my weeks in a kind of like slower way, at least the days before, just to make sure that I don't have like six negotiations in the air, which would mean that I were not able to enjoy the conference and relax and have some fun in the evening and all of that. So a good week in that aspect. I'm super 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 excited and pumped for next week, just to like get some energy from the conference tomorrow. I just have a slow day on Saturday, really get excited for Sunday's showings also, and then from Monday and forward, like really gear up and just moving in the highest gear as possible. And yeah, starting incorporate leads activities, make sure I go on a lot of client meetings, really try to close a lot of deals, and really like being up to speed in the way I really like to be. So I'm just gonna have some quick dinner now, and then I'm going to head back home. So excited for tomorrow. It's going to be a fun day. I'm going to try to film as much as I can. The journey there, some small talk in the car, and having to, yeah, that's it. So we are on our way. Super nice, super excited for the day. It's going to be a lot of fun. I am not running late, but I'm at least not leaving in the time I did guess I would be. But that is life sometimes. Super excited, just going to head on the road, and then I'm going to be able to film and talk a little bit more. But super excited, my new favorite tie is here. New shirt, looking fresh, feeling sharp. It's Friday, man, cannot complain, super nice. And yeah, let's head to Steam Hotel. So yeah, I'm super grateful for being able to borrow my mom's car for this journey. It's so nice and truly peaceful, you know, being yourself in the car. You know, you are the one who decides if you want to stop. You decide when the car is leaving. It's such like a nice thing, and I, you know, really like to be in control of my own life, and the times, you know, I'm, you know, should take in consideration what time should I leave and all of that. So for me, this is like a journey. It's roughly 1 hour, so it's very short, and just some kind of time to be able to reflect and, like, you know, really think about life. And it's like a huge kickoff today, as I mentioned yesterday, I think, and it's going to be so fun. And I actually thought about it yesterday when I was eating dinner, and there's so many people that are like so anxious and so stressed out, and they're so like they don't have any confidence whatsoever in the running up of these kind of events. And trust me, like, I have been there. I have been one of those persons, especially when I was younger. But what I do truly think it, you know, it has to do something with is the fact that, you know, being a person that actually like don't really care about what others think. And I know that is so much more easy to say than, you know, to live it in the practice. But that is I think truly the key for me, at least, is that the only thing I'm thinking about is having a really, really fun time and really having a great time, and you know, have fun with my colleagues. And of course there are going to be so many other people there, but honestly, just thinking about having fun, at the end of the day, that is what these kinds of events are for. And yeah, I'm just going to increase the speed a little bit here, so let's see how that goes, so the camera doesn't fall off. But yeah, that is truly what I do believe that these kinds of events are for. It's just having fun, get energy. Like, the firms are spending huge amounts of money on this, so they want it to be a success. So like, having the kind of mindset, I truly believe is, you know, key. And honestly, like, don't think about what other people are going to think, because in the end of the day, they are probably just worried about the same thing, which means that they only care about themselves, and, you know, so worried about what others will think also, which means that nobody really cares about, you know, the way you dress and all of those things, at least to like a very serious level. Of course, people are aware of how you dress and all of that. I didn't mean that, but I think, you know, having this kind of mindset, then you get like to pick my brain a little bit, and I think having this kind of mindset is really, really crucial for having a nice life, and, you know, being able to pursue the things you want in life, and not being afraid of what other people think and all of that. So for me, just live your life, man, and, you know, go after your dreams. Don't care about what other people think, because in the end of the day, like, they don't really care that much, and if they do, and if they hate on you, like, they haven't achieved anything in their lives. So super easy example, like, a super successful business person would never, you know, give you a negative comment if you are pursuing your dream, and if you fail a business and all of that. Just like jealous people that wish they had the balls to do what you are doing. So, you know, being successful is so much about the mindset and the way you think. And I'm so thankful for, you know, me being in an like elite environment when I was younger, you know, wanting to become a professional football player. It has really really like formed me into the person I am today, and I would not have this like extreme ambitious mindset if I haven't like gone through that kind of, you know, academy football player period in my life. I would probably be so much more like comfortable and like fat and happy with life, I guess. I am like in many other people's eyes, and there's so many people that, you know, have written to me on LinkedIn and Instagram DMs and just like saying how much I inspire them, and I'm super grateful for that. And there are a lot of people that see me as a super successful real estate agent, and I do truly believe that in one aspect. There are a lot of other agents that are so much more successful than I am, so I'm nowhere near like, you know, finished in that aspect. I have a lot of, you know, a long way still to go, but I have come so far on my journey. And I, you know, remember when, you know, I was a student in Gävle, which is you know, probably the best school for being you know, taking the program to become a real estate agent. Many people say it's the best school in Sweden, and I do still remember to this day that, you know, I have so, you know, high ambitions in life, and I wanted to achieve so much. And actually, when I look back at it now, you know, almost being a real estate agent for 4 years, like I am exactly where I wanted to be. It did take a lot longer than I thought, which is, you know, it's fine as long as you get there and don't quit. But it's so funny, you know, when I was, you know, in the program and studied at the uni and, you know, failed some exams and, you know, had a hard time in many ways, and, you know, I had such big goals and things I wanted to achieve, and now I am at those levels, which is, you know, super fun. And you know, I'm so thankful for that, and I'm surrounded with so great people. You know, everyone at my office, my bosses especially, like they're so great. Like they support me in everything I do with, you know, pushing out content and, you know, just trying to showcase, you know, who I really am on social media. And they're so supportive, and I'm so thankful for that, because they are, I know that they could be, and there are many, you know, bosses out there that really don't want their, you know, staff to build a strong online presence and, you know, get kind of leverage and power in that ways, because what they think at least leads to them having less power. And like having that kind of mindset is so wrong. But, you know, I should not just go on and ramble too much, you know, because there's so many things I could say, and that is for another vlog, I would say. But yeah, I'm super thankful for having the support, and it really means the world to me, you know, having bosses that truly support me and, you know, who I am. And, you know, I really feel that I can be who I am, and that is so important. And, you know, I work so many hours every single day, like not being able to be the person I really am, and, you know, trying to have some kind of poker face and facade, like it doesn't work. And you will kind of burn out in the aspect of you are trying to be someone that you aren't every single day. So yeah, basically to finish up, I just drove past a bridge, so the camera just fell off. Yeah, but it's so important, your environment, and there's so many things that leads to success. But from what I have witnessed and from what my experience says it is that you really have to start with your mindset first, creating like a great mindset where you really understand that everything you want to achieve, you can achieve it. You can't achieve everything though. That is a big misconception. Like you cannot be an astronaut and you know, you cannot be an astronaut and Jeff Bezos and Warren Buffett and you know, a fighter pilot and you know, military person, and you know, so many combined things in once. And the best example I think is, you know, having too many businesses, and you know, you're a real estate agent, and then you have like a cleaning company, and then you have like a moving firm, and then you have all of these kind of things. And from my experience and all the people I'm listening to and taking influence from, like you're just spreading yourself too thin, and you know, you end up with like multiple businesses that are just mediocre. So mindset for sure. And I will also say that your environment is so crucial. And you know, I have gone through many chapters in my life where I've been very lonely, and what I mean by that is a lot of people call it for the lonely chapter, and it's a period of time when you are pursuing something that your old friends don't understand, and they cannot relate to it, and they are not pursuing the same kind of greatness themselves, which means that you are no longer wanting to hang out with them, because those kind of relationships doesn't give you anything really. And I have gone through that multiple times in my life, and I just want to spread the message that if you are someone that is extremely ambitious and lonely and feel like your current friend doesn't understand what you want to achieve and they don't support you and you feel mad about it, like, it's a tough choice, but don't be afraid to cut people out. I honestly rather be alone than having a round of people around me that just drag me down and doesn't support me and don't want to see me win when it comes to it. And rather having super smart and intelligent and grateful people or great people online, and following them and listening to the podcast and taking lunches from here and there, and watching them on YouTube and all of that, because their environment and what you watch and what you consume is so important. So being aware of okay, in my waking time, who do I talk to, what kind of content do I consume, what does this really give me. Really being aware of that, what you consume and who you talk to is so important if you want to achieve true success. And I am a big believer and big watcher of a guy called Alex Hermosi. He's influenced my life in such a great way, and he really told one thing that really influenced with me, and that is to be exceptional. You are the exception. And when he said that, it's really clicked for me, it's so true when you think about it and reframe it. If you want to be exceptional, you are the exceptions, which means that you are a person that there are very, very few of out there in the world, or at least in your local area if you live in some small place. And just being aware of that gives you a better understanding that maybe 80-90% of people you meet, they're not going to be inspired by you or going to relate to you, and you're not going to get anything from the relationship basically. And being aware of that, I think it's truly key. And I think that is such an important thing to be aware of, the lonely chapter. And if you want to be exceptional, you are going to be one of a few people in the world that want to achieve greatness. And there's so many people out there that are so comfortable with their lives and they are just coasting. And my biggest motivation in life is just I don't want to die with a lot of things left in the tank. And I get so pumped and motivated by quotes such as I just have one life, and we only have one life. Why the hell should we not pursue the things we want, and why should we not pursue our dreams and try to create that business? And especially when you're young, go after it, man. What are the worst things that can happen? Either you win or you grow. That is how it works. So I'm going to focus a little bit on the road now, and look up my phone through the infotainment system. Currently driving in a slow pace, not stressed out whatsoever. I am going to arrive on time, and that's all for now. So, alright guys, now I have gotten my hotel room. It has been a very fun day so far, I must admit. I was actually on stage speaking in kind of a discussion group that we had. Very, very fun, super exciting. I'm probably going to link some photos and maybe some videos of it also. I didn't manage to, set this one on record it would have been so fun, of course. But yeah, I got some pictures. I did take a failed selfie also that I'm probably going to link also just for fun. But yeah, super excited. Like have this huge hotel room. Like I'm going to be, I have it by myself, which is very nice. Just quiet. I'm going to go in and pick up my stuff at the car also. But yeah, super fun. A lot of people did go to me and talk to me afterwards after the speech, and said it were very nice. Really like nice and thoughtful things that I shared, which is very fun. Of course, you want to perform somehow. But yeah, super excited. Have this like super nice kind of like hotel room, super luxurious in one way to have like a staycation. It's a super early checkout tomorrow, so we'll see how long we will party tonight. But super excited. I'm going to try to share a little bit more things also. But this is all for now. All right, guys. So it's gala time. I'm a little bit in a hurry, so I have to go. But super stoked for the evening. Like my motto for the whole day is just to like have fun, enjoy life. I'm such an ambitious person that has so many goals, and I just work all the time. And today is just going to be a day where I'm going to enjoy life, have fun, talk with people, share stories, and make memories. So I'm dressed up, in tuxedo. So super nice. I'm going to enjoy it, and see you later.